Today we're going to be studying mathematics.
And emerges from the second mirror.
These words sound
Be your teacher for today. Hello students, you are welcome once again. This is a new class, the second lesson for Module 2. My name still remains the same, David, your friend. You can also call me Dr. Matt, okay? Today we want to look at this topic, longitude and latitude. Don't be afraid. It's very simple. At the end of this class, you'll be able to find the longitude and the latitude. You'll be able to find the distance along the great circle, and you'll be able to find the distance along the small circle. You'll be able to find the speed. You'll be able to find the distance and a lot. So let's move forward. Okay, now the first thing to do is we want to find the difference in the angle of longitude and latitude. How can we find that? Let's say, for instance, a question like this is given to you. Example, okay? Find the difference in angle of the following. Okay, we have A to be equals to lat 60 degree and long 80 degree. Okay, B, we have lat 60 degree and long 40 degree. Okay, now looking at this, we want to represent this with the shape of the head. How can we represent such things like this? Then how can we find the difference in angles? You draw like this. Okay, remember we have 4 cardinal points. What is this direction? North, east, west, and south. Now, looking at this, we have lat. This lat means latitude, 60 degree. That 60 degree, we move, degree north, degree north, west, okay, then degree north, and east. Okay, sorry for that. Now from here you have latitude 60 degree north, longitude 80 degree west, and you have latitude 60 degree north and longitude 40 degree east. Now if you look at this, you discover that this is latitude 60, this is another latitude 60 degree north. They are of the same direction and of the same angle. So what are we going to do? You locate north. North fall to this side. So you are going to, okay, this will give you latitude 60 degree north. Okay, now we have 60 degree north here. We have 60 degree north. You don't need to repeat this twice since they are of the same direction and of the same angle. Okay, now we want to look at longitude 80° west. How can we locate this? Remember, this is the side for west. So this is longitude. Okay. Put point here. Okay. This will give you A. Remember, A. We are through with longitude 80° west. We want to look at longitude 40° east. So what are we going to do? We locate east. This is east and this is west. Okay? We put it here. This is another point B. Now, from here, you can join here and here together. You remember, it's going to give us a shape like this. Okay? I'll tell you more about that by the time we are finding distance along the great circle and distance along the small circle. Okay? Now, this is A and this is B. So this will give us longitude 80° west, and this will give us longitude 40° east. I believe I'm not too fast. I'm very slow and simple so that you can get this once and for all. Okay? Now, the next thing to do now is to find the difference in the angles of A and of B. So what are we going to do? Theta is the angle. Theta is the angle. Now, while finding the difference, there is something you need to do. And that thing is, if you have different direction, you add. If you have the same direction, you subtract. If you have different direction, you add. If you have the same direction, you subtract. So if you bring 80° west, 40° east, it will give you 80° west plus 40° east. Okay? Now, I'm telling you this so that you not make mistake. Anytime you are solving question on longitude and latitude, you need to be careful of your direction, the angle and the direction. What do I mean by direction? The east, the west, the north, and the south. Looking at this longitude, we have west. There's another longitude here, we have east. And you can see that they are of different angles. So, and of different direction. Since they are of different direction, we are going to add. But if we have 80° west here, and we have 40° west here, you can see that they are of the same direction. So we are going to subtract. That is just the difference. Okay? Now, let's do this. Theta will give you 80 plus 40. We are going to have 120 degree. Okay, now, so this is how to find the difference in angles of longitude and latitude. The same thing happens with when you have the same longitude and different latitude. Let me explain that to you. Okay, class, I want to give you another example. Example, if you have A to B lat 80° south and long 40° west, then B to be lat 70 degree south and longitude to be 40 degree west. Find the difference in angle. Okay, now what are we going to do here? You need to study this. This is latitude 80 degrees south. This is another latitude 70 degrees south. How can you represent this? Draw the earth, which is spherical in shape, divide it into 4. This is east, this is north, this is south, and this is west. Okay, you know that this is equator. Okay, now 80 degrees south, which is latitude, south fall to this direction. So this is latitude, 80 degrees south. Okay, now longitude is 80 degree west. So you know this is west, this is longitude, 40 degree west. Okay, now you have something here, and what is that? You have another longitude, another latitude to be 70 degrees south. Okay, we have another one, 70 degrees south. Okay, then longitude to be 40 degree west is still the same. Okay, so your A will be here and your B will be here. Now we want to find the difference in latitude. And what is the difference in latitude? Difference in latitude is theta. Remember, we have south and we have south. That is of the same direction. So if they are of the same direction, you are going to minus. But if they are of different direction, you are going to add. So what we are going to do now, 80 degrees south minus 70 degrees south. So 80 minus 70 will give us what? 10 degree. So this is how to find difference in angle, either angle of latitude or of longitude. I find it so difficult when I was in secondary school, until when my great teacher expand everything for me and make this so simple. That is why I'm doing the same thing for you. Okay, now we are going to another formula. We call it distance along the great circle. Distance along the great circle. So let me give you formula to find that. Now, to find distance along the great circle, I drew something for you the other time. Something like this. Okay. I'm still going to make reference to this. Now, to find the distance along this great circle, distance will give us theta all over 360 degree times 2 pi capital R. Now, you don't need to cram this. All what you need to do is understand. This is distance along the great circle. That's why when you are solving question on longitude and latitude, you need to read your question and know the right equation to apply. Okay, this is the formula to find distance along this great circle. How can you memorize this? Distance along the great circle equals to theta all over 360 multiplied by 2 pi R. So pi is the difference in angle, the one I explained to you earlier. Difference in angle. Okay, pi is 22/7 or 3.142 Okay, why r? R is not radius and is also radius. We have small radius, we have big radius. Just like someone asks you to find the radius of the earth, as big as the earth is. So r is radius of the earth. I can't forget that, which is 6,400 kilometer. Okay, so this is what we call radius of the earth, and is constant. Is constant. So let me go to another formula. Okay, then from that I will give you an example where to apply this and where to apply the second formula. Okay, now we want to look at distance along the parallel of latitude. I need to draw something for you not to get confused. Let's say, for instance, you have something like this. Okay, you have latitude here, you have another latitude here. Okay, you have longitude here. This is latitude, let's say 50 degree, and this is longitude. This is north, east, west, and south. Let's say this is longitude 50 degree, north. Okay, this is latitude 50 degree south. Now this is what we call parallel of latitude, which will give us 50 degrees south. So now I want to apply this with this formula. Distance along the parallel of latitude is going to give you theta all over 360 times 2 pi r. Now distance along the great circle is given to you by this. Now distance along the parallel of latitude is going to add cos alpha. Okay, now I'm going to explain this. This is getting difficult. Don't be panic. Theta is the difference in angle. Okay, y r is radius, which is 6,400 kilometer, is constant. Alpha is the angle along the parallel of latitude. And what is this alpha? Is 50 degree, because this is the angle along the parallel of latitude. I believe you are following this class. Don't worry, by the time I solve 2 questions with you, you will discover that this is very simple. Okay, so let me give you example. I know you are so eager to see how to apply all these formulas, but before I do that, I still need to remind you of our basic mathematics, where we have speed equals to distance over time. Okay, you know that speed is the same thing as velocity. Okay, so I want you to take note of this formula also. We are going to use this formula also as a result of finding solution to longitude and latitude. So let me give you an example how and where to apply this formula, so that we'll not just be writing formulas. Let's say it together. Okay class, let's see this example. An aircraft flies due south from an airfield on latitude 36 degree north, longitude 138 degree east, to an airfield on latitude 36 degrees south and longitude 138 degree east. Calculate the distance traveled along the gray circle. If the speed of the aircraft is 800 km per hour, calculate the time taken. That's what we want to do now. Now, the first thing to do is understand the question before you solve. You can draw for you to understand. This is east, west, north, and south. If you read the question, we have latitude to be 36 degrees north. North falls on here. We have lat 36 degrees north. Okay. Not only that, we have longitude to be 138 degrees east. So this is east. You draw it like this. This is longitude 138 degrees east. Okay. Now, this will be point A. Let's just assume that. Now, you have another one to an airfield on latitude 36 degrees south. This is south. Your south will be here, which is latitude 36 degrees south. Okay. Now, you also have longitude 138 degrees east. But take note of something here. 138 degrees east, 138 degrees east. We already have longitude 138 degrees east here. You don't need to repeat it twice. Since you have the same longitude, the same angle, and the same direction, so it's only one you will use. You don't need to repeat this. So now, let's find difference in latitude. Difference in latitude, take note of this. We have north and south. That is different direction. Though we have the same angle, but we have different direction. So what are we going to do? I've told you before, different direction you had, the same direction you minus. So what are we going to do? This will give us 36 plus 36. 36 plus 36 will give us what? 36, 36. 6 plus 6 will give us 12. You have to carry 1. 3 plus 3 will give us 6. Plus 1, 7. So we have 72 degrees. Okay. Now, we've gotten difference in latitude. The next thing to find now is to find the distance along the gray circle. So what is the distance? Distance equals to theta all over 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. Okay. Now, remember that our theta is 72 degrees divided by 360 degrees multiplied by 2 times 22 all over 7. Remember, pi is 22 over 7. And what is the value of our r? Can you just remind me? Okay. The value of our r is 6,400 kilometers, which is the radius of the earth. So what are we going to do here? Is 0. We cancel is 0. Okay. How many 2 can we get here? 1. Remainder 1. Put it here. 16. How many 2 can we get in 16? We have 8. How many 2 can we get here? Is 1. Okay. We can still cut again. How many 2 can we get in 18? Is 9. How many 2 can we get in 22? Is 11. Okay. Now, in order for you not to get confused, you can bring it out. Distance will give you 72 times 1 times 11 times 640, okay, divided by 9 times 7. Okay, now let's multiply this. We want to multiply this. Let's see what we get. Okay, class, if we multiply this, D will give us 506,880 divided by 63. So if you divide this, you are going to have a 8045.7 kilometer. So you can approximate this to 1, 2, 3, to 3 significant figure. So what are we going to do? D will give us, this is 8, 0, this is 5. When you approximate, this one will turn to 5 and this one will turn to 0. You have is 8050 kilometer. Okay, so this is distance along great circle. Now I want to solve the second part, which is speed if the aircraft is 800 kilometers per hour. So let's see it together. Okay, class, we want to find the speed. That is the second one. Speed. Remember I told you speed equals to distance over time taking. Okay, now from the question given to us, we have speed to be 800 kilometers per hour and distance is 8050 kilometers. We are looking for time taking. Okay, remember we divide this by 1, then you cross multiply. When you cross multiply, what are you going to have? You have t, which represent time, multiply by 800 equals to 80, 50. Divide this by 800, divide this by 800. Okay, t is going to give us 8050 divided by 800. Okay, 0 will cancel this 0. You are going to have 805 divided by 80. So if you divide this, we are going to have 10.06, which will give us 10. Okay, so we have come to the end of the solution to this example. Remember, I gave you 2 formulas. So I'm going to give you another example, how to find distance along the parallel of latitude. That is the next thing to do before we round up this class. Okay, I want to give you an example how to find distance along the parallel of latitude. And what are we going to do? Let me remind you the formula. The distance equals to theta all over 360 times 2 pi r cos alpha. Okay, remember theta is the difference between the latitude and cos alpha is talking about the angle along the parallel of latitude. So let's see this example, how we can apply this formula. Okay class, we want to look at how to apply this formula, distance along the parallel of latitude. Look at this question. P and Q are 2 points on latitude 55 degree north and their longitude are 33 degree west and 23 degree east respectively. Calculate the distance between P and Q, measure along the parallel of latitude and along a great circle. So let's look at this question together. I believe you are following me. Okay, remember you need to draw the shape of the earth for you to understand. This is north, this is south, and this is west. Okay, looking at this, we have latitude to be 55 degree north. This is north. Draw it like this. Call it lat 55 degree north. Okay, and their longitude are 33 degree west. This is west. You know, is longitude. You can remember this is longitude 33 degree west. This point is called P. Okay, now we have 23 degree east, which is also longitude. This is east part. You draw it like this. Okay, this is the point, and this is Q. Now if you join this together, you are going to have something like this. Okay, now there are two questions given to us here. We want to find the distance between P and Q measured along the parallel of latitude. If you look at this, you will discover that we have the same latitude, but we have different longitude. That is why you can see that latitude just occur once here. So we need to find the distance, the difference in longitude, because we have 33 degree west and 23 degree east, and they are of this different direction. So you are going to add. You are going to have 33 plus 23. Okay, 33, 23. It will give us 56. So this will give us 56 degree. Okay. Now the next thing to do, which is A part, want to find the parallel, the distance along the parallel of latitude. And this is the formula we are going to use. We have theta all over 360 times 2 pi r cos alpha. Theta is 56 all over 360 equals to 2 times 22 all over 7. You know that is constant. And what is the value of our r? Can you still remember? Okay, is 6,400 times 6,400. You wonder how we get that? That is the radius of the earth, and I've told you before is constant, which is 6,400. That means you have to have this in your brain, because sometimes when question like this is given to you, they will not give you the value of r. They will imagine that, they will assume that you know the value of r. So let's move forward. So this one will give us cos. What is our alpha here? It's the distance along the latitude, which is what? 55 degree. 55 degree. Okay. Now we need to cut something here. Is 0 cancel? Is 0. We are going to, this is times distance. Distance will give us 56 times 2 times 22 will give us 44 times, this is 640, okay, multiply by cos 55. What will be the value of cos 55? Cos 55 will give us 0.5735. Is 0.5735. Okay, divided by 36 times 7. Okay, now we have D equals to 56 times 44 times 640 times 0.735 divided by 36 times 7. So if you do this, D will give you 90 436.56. You divide it, 36 times 7 will give you 252. If you divide this, it's going to give us 3588.8 kilometer. So this will be our distance. That is distance along the parallel of latitude. Now let's look at the second part of it, which is distance along the great circle. I've saw something like that before for you, but let me still remind you. The B part, distance along the great circle is theta all over 360 times 2 pi r. Okay, D will give us, remember that theta is the difference in latitude, different in longitude, which is 56 degree. 56 degree all over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7, which is pi, times 6,400 kilometer, which is the radius of the earth, and is constant. So when we multiply is 0, we cancel this. We are going to have D to be 56 times 2 times 22 will give us 44 times 640. Okay, divided by 36 times 7. Okay, if you multiply this, we are going to have 15. Okay, 1576 960. 36 times 7 will give us 252. If you divide this, we are going to have 6257.7 kilometer. Okay, so this will be the distance along the great circle. Okay, I hope you're enjoying this class. It might look a little bit stressful, but I trust you that you can do this. All what you need to do is go over this video again. If you can watch it twice, you will see that it's very simple. And remember, this is MSI online home lesson. We are here to make things easier for you. If you have any question, you can get back to us through the WhatsApp number rolling on the screen, and trust us, we are going to reply you without wasting your time. Thank you very much. But before we leave this class, I'm going to give you something that will keep you busy until we meet next class. Okay, so let me give you something to do for me. Okay, class, this is homework for you. If A equals to latitude 76 degree north, longitude 130 degree west, and B is latitude 76 degree north and longitude 150 degree west, find the distance measured between A and B along the great circle and along the parallel of latitude. I believe you enjoyed this class. Let me still remind you, if you have angle of the same direction, you subtract. If you have of different direction, you add. Please take note of this. I'm so happy to be in your class for today. Until we meet next class, remember that MSI EduTech online home lesson is a place where you can build your future. Thank you very much. See you next class. Au revoir.